Gentlemen, welcome to today's very quick 3D print and paint video. And today's main character is this, the 1/1 scale life-size scale Ultraman suit version. This is the first time I 3D print a model in 1/1 scale. And the printing fee is almost can buy a entry-level Prime 1 Studio statue. But doesn't matter because there are no Ultraman statue around in the market. Oh yeah, there is one, the original licensed one by ECC, if I'm not mistaken. But the design is a bit weird, okay? You see the shoulder pad, the chest part is like flat, but you look at mine, it's actually curved, like what you see on Netflix or in the comic manga. And most importantly, the price is about 9,000 Chinese yuan, which is about 1,500 US dollars. I can't afford that. Although the printing fee is pretty high for this, I think it's just half of the ECC statue. And this one took me a lot of time because of the sanding part. The painting part, I just complete this in about 2 days time. And the most important part is the base. As you can see, I'll explain later in the video, because the base, you print the base, is gonna cost me a lot of money. So I asked my friend to help me to custom make a wood base for him, and it fitted nicely. So without further ado, let's check the entire sanding painting process on this, the life-size Ultraman bust. Let's go. Okay guys, let's take a look. This is my first time printing a 1/1 scale using the SLA. You see, much more smoother, so I don't need to do a lot of sanding. But actually I saw the 3D file is pretty low res, so when I scaled it up to 1/1 scale, you can see all this, the pixel, and I need to do some sanding as well. But it's much more easier than my Ultraman Zero helmet, which is printed using the FDM. See the head. Okay, I'll do a little bit quick sanding and make it smooth. Okay. Oh, something dropped. Okay, I'm gonna glue it later. And I printed in 2 pieces, so the shipping might be a little bit smaller and won't cost that much. Now let's put it on together. Okay, snap it on. Yeah, it's a bit loose, but I can turn around the head, okay? When I display it sideways, I can turn the head looking at sideways. So I display it facing the front, then the head will face to the front. And now the problem is, what color should I paint this? Okay, based on this picture, this is a 1/1 scale by the Dimension Studio and E-Model. I think it's for display purpose only. They are not selling that. And their red is solid red, not those metallic red. I'm thinking of painting it in a metallic red version. Let's see how it's done. But before we start, let's go for the first layer of sanding first. So now actually I have done a first layer of sanding, which still can see a little bit of the pixel surface on the head. And let's do it again. And this is still the first layer of sanding on the body. It's very dusty. And after third layer, I think it's quite smooth already. Still got a little bit, but I'm very lazy already. So now I go for black, and let's start painting this. And as usual, my favorite paint is from the Skull color. I think it's from Thailand. It's a pre-tint or pre-mix airbrush color. Just pour it into your airbrush and start painting. And painting this body, use up whole bottle of it. Or if you're too lazy using this airbrush, which is the spray is quite small, so you need to paint quite a long time. If you're lazy, I suggest you can use the spray can, okay, much more easier. for the big surface. Now after spraying the silver color, actually can see a little bit of the pixels on the surface, but I'm too lazy to do it again. And now it's the masking time. I hate masking so much. I'm going for the metallic. I'm using the clear red paint from Skull Color as well. As you can see from the back, okay, that is their packaging. And red for this body armor. And also I use up a whole bottle of the clear red paint for this. Actually the masking is not thick enough, so actually spray out of the masking line, but doesn't matter, you can just spray it again, the silver color, to cover those that was sprayed out of the border. And now I'm spraying the head clear red. Actually I prefer this metallic red than those solid red, like we saw from the Dimension Studios, their showcase in their office, the big one. And now I'm using the not dark silver, I'm using black actually, okay, to touch up all those paint that came off the line, and I add on the shading effects on those lines. Of course after that I'm going to add on the panel lining to see the contrast more, because I believe that the Ultraman got some better damage effects on the body instead of a real clean one. Okay, so far so good. And then more weathering effects on the better damage effects on the head. Okay, it's quite easy because this thing is huge. And not bad actually. I like this head. I like this Ultraman suit version from the comic. It's one good looking head. So now I'm going to use my favorite one from Mr. Hobby. It's the clear coating. It's a glossy paint. I'm going to spray it all over the body and head to protect the paint and make it shining. Or you can use the matte surface coating as well. Now looking good, and I'm going to add on those panel lining on those lines and make it more contrast for the paint effects. And this is the reason why I print in two piece, so I can just turn the head around whenever I pose it. If I pose it in sideways, and the head will turn into the side and facing Earth. And now you can see all those lines have a much more darker black on it because I'm using this, the panel line. The original 3D file base is too big and too expensive to print, so now I'm gonna try to ask my friend to do a custom wood base for me. And because my craft skill is really bad, so I did a simple drawing. Okay, hope this drawing will work with some measurement for my friend. And special shout out to my bro, okay, he's my friend from college, one real talented guy, Aku Handcraft. I like his name, and his video got a lot of handcraft video. Some of it is DIY stuff that we all can learn. So don't forget to subscribe his YouTube and follow his Instagram. Wow, such a sweet guy. Look at the way how he wrapped all these wooden base. Okay, let's check it out. I requested my bro to paint it in black. Okay, now I'm gonna screw all parts together, and hopefully it works. It can hold my Ultraman bus. Kinda nervous now. Let's hope it works. Okay, and double check again. Looks good. Yes, double check, triple check. Although it's a bit shaky, but yes, thank God. But from when I look from the front, it's actually quite tall, okay, and the below is quite empty. So I'm gonna cut it shorter. I'm gonna saw it shorter. And hope this time it works again. Okay, looks better now. Okay, not too high up. how was it? The sanding part is much more easier compared to the Ultraman Zero helmet if you watch my video, because this is SLA. Although there are still a little bit of those pixels on the surface, but I totally love this one. As from the previous video, I said that many bash this, that this is not Ultraman. Ultraman should be in a rubber suit, but I don't care. This is a new era, a new approach to the new society norms. This kind of suit is really amazing. I totally love how they redesign all the original classic Ultraman into a suit, armor suit version. And Netflix season 2 is coming out. I think from the trailer, I think the storyline is a little bit different from the comic. If you watch the Netflix season 1, in the end, if you still remember, the Bamula actually did the spectrum ray towards the to the alien spaceship. That is not in the manga. So I think Netflix approach is a little bit different from the comic, which I kind of look forward for it, because if it's same like the comic, we might know what's gonna happen. We just enjoy those animation. But if the storyline is different, I'm kind of look forward for it. And if you are interested, if you have extra spare cash on hand, wanted this Ultraman to display at your cabinet, at your home, at your living room, feel free to message me, okay? The price is not going to be cheap. It's slightly higher than my previous 3D prints orders, but I think this is one unique collection to display at your home. Free painting as usual if you really order this from me, although it costs me few bottles of the airbrush paint, but doesn't matter. We share the passions together. Okay, so those who are interested, feel free to click the link at the captions, which is my Facebook Messenger, and we'll discuss how to order and make this. And alright, that's all for today's very quick 3D print and paint video. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a like on this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.